We're doing, we had some subscribers ask some questions, so we're just going to be answering those questions. Just a little Q&A about our lives, figure out a little bit more about who we are. All right.
First of all, I want to say thank you to Jacob Billette. He has started a YouTube collaboration center. Find it on Facebook, check it out. He's doing a lot of good work trying to get everyone together to support each other.
Yeah, for like small YouTubers who are just starting out like us. So it kind of gives everybody a little bit more like view time, subscribers, everything. It's a really awesome group.
All right, next up, YouTube channel I Love Lunches. It's a little family that go around, review some foods, different places they go. Make sure and check them out. They want to know, how do I know if I'm putting out the right tags for my videos?
Okay, so the tags are going to kind of...
Excuse her.
The tags are going to help people find your videos better. So what you're going to want to do is tag anything that is relevant to your video whatsoever.
As long as it's relevant. What we use is TubeBuddy. As we're filling at the end, it'll kind of tell us where it's going to rank.
Yeah.
So definitely download it and see if that
check out
helps you.
TubeBuddy definitely, because the little like algorithm type thing that it uses, it'll like show you specific tags and how well they'll do. So if you're just starting out, you don't want to use the ones that have like too high of a ranking and too high of competitiveness, because then you're going to be
lost in the shuffle.
Yeah, you're going to show up underneath pages and pages.
But keep in mind, we're also very new, so anyone watching, if you have something better to add to this, please put it down.
Yeah, definitely comment below.
Because we're learning along with everyone else.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Hey, before we get into the family questions, Fandomversity, Talk Nerdy to Me, which is absolutely, he's hilarious. He does movie reviews, celebrity, entertainment news. Didn't exactly have a question, but we had Everly has something to say. We had a conversation about motivation and when it's the right time to start investing. And I mentioned this more as a question to you. What point of subscribers do you feel like you start investing in better equipment, investing more time? When do you feel comfortable doing that? So
yeah, because as of right now, we're just using my iPhone 10 that I have.
And a nice lighting for $13 from
Yeah, a nice little... we bought one of the ones with the 3 things and really good LED bulbs, so we don't have any of the studio lighting or whatever. We just use a phone and a cheap Walmart light.
So at what point did you feel comfortable starting to purchase more equipment for the YouTube channel specifically?
Also, I want to add one more thing. If you have any suggestions on... You know, I'm not trying to go out and spend $1,000 on a camera. If you have any suggestions or one that you use that's, you know, kind of in the cheaper price range for people starting out, comment down below. And, you know, because I'm kind of looking into gradually, you know, expanding. I know using a phone isn't the go-to thing you want to use for vlogging. So if you have a cheap one or you know a fairly cheap one that works for what it needs to be used for, then just comment that down below or send us a message on Facebook or Instagram or whatever. Now we're going to get into this one.
Alright, so there are 4 generations of the Hatterson women, and we thought it would be fun to kind of see what we've been doing together and what the differences, similarities are. So Connor Van Dree, I believe I'm saying that right. He is a super fun and energetic young man. Just starting college, congratulations. He just got accepted. He's very positive and upbeat and just really supportive. So go check him out, support him.
Very sweet kid, I like him a lot.
He wants to know, what's the greatest, most enjoyable memory you have of or with each other?
Man.
Clarabelle, you want to start?
Yeah. The best memory I have with all of us is with me and Gloria holding hands with our dresses.
On the cruise boat?
On the cruise boat.
Gloria is her cousin. They are 2.5 weeks apart. And we went on a cruise, the four of us, last year. The three of us took 4 children, ages 3 and under,
Yeah.
on a cruise. And the girls were 3 at the time still? Yes.
I think so.
Yes, they were 3 at
Yeah.
the time, and the boys were 2.
Okay.
And they were absolutely wonderful, and her cousin had a great time together. So that is an excellent memory. What about you, Nanny?
My greatest memory. First of all, everybody being born.
Oh,
mean,
yeah,
that
she's
is-
the
that
oldest.
is
She got to see all of this.
I was there with my kids, my grandkids, and my great grandkids.
Yeah.
ma'am.
So, yes, I was there with you.
Yep.
And camping is something I did all of my life, and I really enjoyed camping.
I was a
And
camping baby.
I
Yeah, you were
enjoyed
camping, but-
taking all the kids, and then the grandkids, and then the great-grandkids, and we all went camping.
Although we're in Florida now, we grew up in Virginia, West Virginia, and we used to camp the Appalachian Trail when I was little, and then Nanny took my children and then my grandchildren. So it's been a fun thing to do.
She's so grumpy looking.
I would say my greatest memory with you guys would,
Me
So
being a
maybe-
baby.
you being a baby is definitely one of my best memories, and Clarabelle is definitely aware that she is the queen until this one just yelled at her for that. But I would say my
I'm
greatest
still the queen.
memory would probably have to be that cruise that we took with the 4
That
children.
was a good
It was.
cruise.
It
was
was,
a lot of fun.
There-
I will go again.
We will go again soon, definitely. But if there's all of us together, that would be probably my favorite. As far as you and I, it would probably be going to Hershey Park.
Oh yes.
It was
What?
not a great time in our life, and we
No.
decided that we were going to just go.
So we drove up in the dead of winter up to Hershey Park, Pennsylvania, and it was so cold. And we bought new coats at Penny's, wasn't it?
Yes, I think so.
Pennies.
Yeah.
It's a store.
It's a store. It's a fashion
And
store.
it was beautiful, and we had hot chocolate and
Funnel cakes. Funnel cakes at Hershey Park.
Hershey
Put it on your bucket
chocolate
list.
funnel cakes.
It's great.
You need it.
As far as with just me and Clarabelle, I would say probably my best memory would be when you and I just take off to the beach together, just the 2 of us.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fun. We do that as often as possible.
Yes.
And with Nanny, my favorite ones I probably can't.
I better not tell.
But
You
I
can
would
tell that
probably say the cruise in September of 2001. That's when Nanny and I
That was
decided. It was the weekend of the September 11th attacks,
What's my
and we decided that's how we were going to live our life, was traveling, and everything has just been different since then.
It's always an adventure.
Yes.
It's always an adventure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your memories, ma'am.
My memories. Oh,
Oh, where'd the Mickey go?
I think my favorite memory with all of us together. You know what? It doesn't necessarily include Clarabelle, but with these 2, we were living in Virginia at the time, and Virginia.
We were in
lived in
Virginia.
We had this big, huge, ugly cargo type van. It had
Say
no.
ugly.
It had
Oh, it
no.
was
yeah,
ugly.
it had no seats in the back. It.
Had a table in the middle.
Well, yeah, we had a little restaurant in our hometown,
Oh my.
and we were driving down for a cruise in the middle of a snowstorm, and there was a whole bunch of us going. So we took a booth out of our restaurant and plopped it in the back of this table, or in the back of this van, and sat in the back
Playing cards.
playing cards. And there was holes in the back of the van, so we had like blankets wrapped around all of us because it was a snowstorm in the middle of Virginia, and we sat around the back listening to music and playing cards.
Guys, I don't know if you
That
can
was
see
a
this,
long
but I
time
put
ago.
this on
She's putting sticky notes on the table.
Yep.
My favorite
I know.
memory with that includes Clarabelle would probably be
Wait a minute. If you can hold on just a second. I gave one with you all. This one here was not on that cruise. And just because she's the youngest doesn't mean she's not had time for us to make memories. I would say my best memory of this little lady right here is when she wakes up in the morning giggling.
Yes.
She does not cry when she wakes up. She absolutely just is happy when she sees one of us.
Yep.
And it is just, you just can't imagine, because this one over here cried from the time she woke up till the time she went to bed. So I would definitely say that that's been, and of course when she got to come home from the hospital, she spent some time in NICU. And so her coming home from the hospital, that would be a big one. Plus she's been to theme parks and road trips, so lots of memories in the making here.
Yes.
No, I'm sorry, you were...
Yeah, so my favorite memory with Clarabelle, it would probably be that first Christmas, right after they were born, the girls were born, and when we started the tradition that the girls put the topper on the tree, me and my brother hold up the girls and they put the topper on the tree.
Yes.
So that would probably be...
Became family then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything kind of felt complete. And I was young when I had Clarabelle, but I felt like I was always meant to be her mommy.
And we,
Oh.
Clarabelle and I also have some great sleepovers.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we have our nanny time, and that's really good.
As you all have seen in the videos,
Yes.
they definitely make time for each other.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Connor. All right. Vacation Impossible. Someone who's been on more cruises than us. The two of
It's
them,
hard to do.
the two of them video. I believe it says they've been on 22. I could be wrong in one of the comments. And they take about an hour of each cruise and do some vlogging, and they talk about things like what's a good value, whether or not you should purchase the add-ons and things like that. Also, a lot of other travel locations, and the thing is people, and they try to make it explain that any budget can travel, which is something we've just badgered on people.
We preach constantly. When I was younger, some of my friends used to come over and say, "You must be so rich because you're always going on cruises and stuff." We've never been rich.
Your brother's answer was, "No, we're broke because
Yeah,
we go,
yeah.
but you're broke too, and we got together."
Yeah, we've never been rich, but
We have memories.
We have memories, like.
And the price of it.
I have better memories. I have better memories than all of his family.
Yeah.
You got some good memories, yes.
She's not competitive at all. But cruises it's a part of who we are. And you can do it pretty cheap. So
Which brings us to Vacation Impossible's question.
Oh yeah, that question.
What is your favorite travel destination?
The Bahamas. It's got to be the Bahamas because that's where we cruise the most. It's probably the cheapest place to cruise, but it kind of just feels like home. Like we navigate the port when we get there, and people stop and ask us for directions. It's kind of like a second home.
Claire, what was your favorite vacation?
My favorite vacation.
Tell them, not me.
My favorite vacation is the
Which beach? What's your favorite beach? Daytona Beach. That's where we take off to quite frequently. It's a couple hours away.
My favorite place that I have been on a vacation is my cruises, and I'm not going to say which particular place because I have been to several, 13 to be exact, and then one secretive one we won't talk about. But the 13 we can talk about.
Sorry, Mom.
And I enjoyed the cruises, even just being on the boat, you're in a different world. And ballroom dancing and all that.
Out of all of the cruises and the beaches and the theme parks and the camping, and I don't know that I can say I have a favorite. What I can say is my favorite part about travel in general is just that we always do it together. I think there's not been a single place that we've been that has not just really blown my mind, watching everyone learn about different places, see things get, just spending time together. I will say that the next one coming up, which I'm pushing hard for the entire family, we'll see. Boys, if you're watching this. We're hoping to do Cancun in October, if nothing major changes. So if you guys have been, let us know if that's a good choice. This will be our first international travel, not on a cruise, so my first time flying. So any tips?
Any travel tips would be, or how to get over a ginormous fear of flying.
It's easy. Been there.
Just let us know about that. All right.
Next.
They don't believe me on that one.
Moving forward, the next 3 questions come from a family that we have just come to absolutely adore. We look forward to their
my
videos.
God, yes.
It is Myra's Family Multiples. They have 6 children under the age of 5,
Yeah.
which includes 2 daughters and then 2 sets of boy twins.
Yeah.
I can only imagine trying to get ready in the mornings in their house. But they seem to just really just bond
They
with
just
each
roll
other.
with it, and they are just. I absolutely adore them.
Yeah, they do a lot of adventures, zoos, splash parks. They're just always on the go with the kids and having experiences with them. So super sweet family. Their first question is, are there any traditions that have been passed down and we want to continue to pass down specific to the ladies? Since the ladies in the family pretty much take care of what goes on, we make sure that it goes how we want it.
Always.
We have a couple major like holiday type traditions that we do. Some of them have changed over the years as our life has changed. We've all agreed to make some
Yeah.
adaptations. But for instance, like every year, Mom and I, a few days before Christmas, we go do all of our Christmas shopping, stay in a hotel, and wrap presents all night long, and come home looking like Santa's sleigh. That's one of those things that I would like for her to do with me another 200 years, as Clarabelle said. But one day, then we expect that, you know, she
It'll
may be a
pass
little
on
bit
that.
tired to go, and we'll pass that. So that's something we've kind of started that we really enjoy.
For the holidays, it is really like we always read the night before Christmas every night, every Christmas Eve.
Recently, we started doing the Santa boxes a couple years ago.
Oh yeah.
Those are fun.
Yeah, those are fun. Where you take like the clothing present boxes, and you fill them up like with coloring books and hot chocolate packets and like a Christmas movie or something. It's really cute. And then like I was saying before, the girls, me and my brother lift the girls up and they put the star on top of the tree together. Aside from that, it's just really
Travel, play cards.
Yeah.
We play games, and I don't know that there's anything specific that we've ever thought of as a tradition. We just kind of stay together. Well, that's what we
that's
talked
what we
about.
talked about. We
Is
just
the boys, and trust me, I love my boys. Neither of them are more than 30 minutes away from me, and that's only because one just moved. So, I love my boys, but they have lived away from me quite a distance at different times. The women, we don't do
we
well
stay
with each
together.
other.
We don't.
We're literally like next to each other, housewives. We stay together. Ashley and I actually moved to Florida first, and it wasn't a matter of months before Nanny, and that happened once
I miss
before.
my grandkids.
And that happened once
and my
before.
daughter.
She missed me.
We lived in Bristol, Tennessee, and she said she was not moving. She was staying there. She loved it, and it was about 6 weeks later that she moved right there. So we just
always
stay together, and I guess that's the one thing I would like to know, that the girls will always have each other close and take care of each other. All right, the second question from Irish Family Multiples. What do you enjoy most about your family? Miss Clarabelle? What do you enjoy most about your family?
What did
Yesterday you said
say?
something, and I'll tell you what that was, but tell me what's the first thing on your head. What do you enjoy most about your family?
I enjoy going on a cruise boat with them.
All right, spending time traveling. What she said yesterday when I was reading off the questions, what I enjoy most about my family is that they give me candy. Yeah. That's what I like about the family too. And now here's the question that I'm sure any of you have watched any substantial amount of the videos.
It's probably been on y'all's mind a little
Okay.
bit.
They ask, what do you really think about the guys in your life? Well, the short answer is there are none. Elliot's the man in the house.
He's our spider killer. He kills our spiders.
So
My
I don't
Uncle
care.
Zach and Uncle Bubby, or Damien, as we'll sometimes refer. Those are my sons. Those fill in a lot of spaces with the kids. Braxton is Clarabelle's cousin, Damien's son. As far as significant others, it's if any of us ever say that we are thinking about dating, we're going to do a live feed, and you all can do the interview because we are terrible at picking.
We have a horrible track record with relationships. So
maybe because we all stick together and
And
they're
make
never.
it to the I do, you want to get married, and then after that it's like, no.
Yeah, we've had some bad go-arounds. My father is a big part of my life. I actually just posted pictures of visiting with him. He's a wonderful man. Mom and him have been separated since I was very young, well, teenagers. That's very young for me now, excuse me. Can I bet? Okay. Oh, my spit up queen here. He's an excellent man.
oh, hold on, that's really gross and it's very obviously food.
Okay, go ahead.
Clarabelle, what do you think of the men in our lives?
Not too much.
Not too much.
But yeah, like she said, my brothers are great male role models for the kids. My little brother takes the time to rough them up and teach Elliot the yes mans and no mans and
Hold doors open.
hold the doors open, and he really just takes the time with them. Damien or Uncle Bubby, he
was here today.
He was here today. It was nice. We like when he comes and visits. He's just really, really good for the kids. So we don't really
think about it too much. I was engaged in 2014. He passed away suddenly in 2016, and I decided then that right now my best focus is on the kids and the grandkids, and it seems to be working out.
Mom is always from over there and it's always in here.
And I was married, and now my divorce will be final in a few months. If anybody has any ideas for divorce parties, let me know.
Speaking of which, our first cruise in September was actually my divorce party.
Your
It
separation
was.
celebration, yeah.
That was that long ago. So things are good, and we're content with how we are. We're not anti anything. Life is good for us right now, and I think that's really, the kids are good and happy and well taken care of.
Somebody's gonna have to show up made of solid freaking gold to change our mind about being just us for a little bit. So, and we're okay with that. We're fine with that. So.
But now, if anybody has that relationship and you are happy in it, we're all for it.
Just like the family that asked about this, the couple, it's just absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
This is just what we need in our life.
We're not against relationships. We don't think there's no such thing as a happily ever after. We just,
Things have happened, and this is better for us and the kids right now.
it's a good situation for us right now. Nothing has come along even close to making us change our mind about it. So
Since 1995?
That one it was. Mine's been since 2016. This is what I need in my life. Yes. And this one here is never dating. And what do you think? Are you ever gonna get a boyfriend? At least not till you're 30, right?
can I get that in writing?
Mm-hmm.
I can't read. You know that.
But so that has been a little
That last part was a little more drawn out than I think we intended it to be. We were actually all trying to figure out how to answer that.
answer it without
Sounding like three crazy women.
yeah. Yeah. But so that's a little sneak peek into our insanely crazy lives, and these questions haven't even scratched the surface. So
We will definitely do this again because it was fun.
Yeah,
I
it
just
was
think
fun,
of stuff.
Yeah. So if you guys want to add some more questions or something, we'll put them together for another Q&A maybe in a couple weeks from now. So definitely follow us on Instagram, _Hattersons. It's the same.
No, it's just Hatterson's on Twitter.
Just Hatterson's.
Just Hatterson's.
Hatterson's.
So Twitter is just Hatterson's. And then Facebook is the Hattersons. So just follow us, give us a comment, a message, whatever.
Share.
And yeah, share our videos.
We actually, before we did this, we both had closed out our personal social media accounts for about 6 months to enjoy some time with the kids. And which is one of the questions that we were asked before this, why our views were low, because we kind of close those out. So we don't have these big build up social media accounts to share to. So if you guys could help us out with that, we'd appreciate it.
Yeah, just give us a share. Even if nobody watches it or shares it, you still helped out. So
yes. And these YouTube page, the channels that we spoke of throughout this video.
yeah, definitely go check those out.
They interact so well. They comment, they watch the videos, they give advice. Yes, they do, don't they? Say hi, guys. They say hi, Everly.
This is not poop on the side of her diaper, by the way. It's just spit up. It's just nastiness.
You never know, do you?
I think it's.
We hope it's sweet potatoes.
We think it's sweet potatoes.
She loves her sweet potatoes, but what?
But so that's it for today. Like I said, leave some questions in the comments or whatever. We'll answer them in a few weeks.
And we'll see you guys tomorrow.
We'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching.
Bye.